Hi, I'm Stefanie Wainwright. I'm a wife, a mom, a business owner, and my life is chaotic all the time. So I created this podcast to help you find the funny, the good, while navigating through the chaos. This is Chaotic Compass Podcast.
This is it. Like, we're just going to send it out into the world. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, yay for trying. Hey, my name is Stefanie, in case you didn't know. And this is the Chaotic Compass Podcast. And it is chaos all the time. So, it's been a hot minute. It's always a hot minute because Stephanie barely has a hot minute. I don't know if you can resonate with that, but I feel like I'm in the portion of my life where I will not stop, and when I do, I crash. And that was me last night. I literally was like, I'm just gonna lay down, and it was dark and it was cool, and I lay down at 4:30 and then didn't wake up until almost 6 because one of the kids like dropped something and it crashed and it scared the shit out of me. So anywho, just gonna recap some things. For some reason, you all absolutely love when I recap my life. And I don't know if it's because you can resonate with it or what, but so I try to do those at least once a month, but I haven't posted in well over a month. The last episode we did was the chaos that was all 6 of us and my family recording an episode at the same time. So if you want to listen to that or even go watch it on YouTube, it's great. The video quality is very poor and I'm trying my best. Okay, so anywho, I am going to recap. So went to Chicago by myself. So I've been like solo traveling apparently. Like that's my thing. Went to Chicago for business back in the middle of April for 4 days. Got on a plane by myself. Got off of it safely, obviously, and ventured through Chicago. Don't recommend that. The streets of Chicago are kind of crazy, and we were actually in a really, really, really nice neighborhood. Like there was a Bloomingdale's right across the street from our hotel. So, yeah, going from O'Hare I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it because Midwestern people are way different. O'Hare International Airport to downtown Chicago, which should take like 20 minutes. I got stuck in morning rush hour traffic going there and then coming from downtown back to the airport. We got stuck in the afternoon evening rush hour traffic. It is basically, like you have like on interstate, you have the little pull off lanes or like, hey, I got an accident or hey, I have a flat tire lane. No, we're going to use that like full send it, fuck it. Like we have no regrets. We do not care in Chicago. We've been through worse shit traveling on interstate. I don't give a fuck. It would be, I think, the equivalent of the Autobahn, but with traffic. I don't know. It was insane. But, walked around Chicago by myself, found a breakfast place, ate breakfast by myself. I haven't done that and I don't even know how long. It was awkward, but I was super cool about it. Yeah. And had a lot of training. So once our training started on Tuesday, because I got there Monday morning, crack of dawn, so I had all of Monday. But Tuesday morning from 8 until I think it was like 5, pretty much Tuesday, Wednesday, and then half of day on Thursday training. And so, but anyways, I got the opportunity to really bond with the guys that I work with. And so it was a really cool trip. I learned a lot. I had a lot of alcohol and it is what it is. So, my other venture just recently, and this was, I got to choose this. I wasn't voluntold. Went to Hatteras for Memorial Day weekend, which was just last weekend. And, so my husband, Brian, he had to work that Saturday. And so I rented the place down in Hatteras for Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then we came back on Monday. So he didn't get there till late on Saturday night. And so I got there Friday night, picked what I wanted for dinner, got up, made breakfast myself. You know, I had a bagel and cream cheese, not a big deal. Went to the beach myself. Like, that was one part that I really missed, Ryan, because walking in sand with a cooler and a beach chair in flip-flops is no joke, dude. Usually my husband's the one that carries the shit. So I really did miss him at that point. But no, I got to sit on the beach by myself. I'm in the middle of Dave Grohl's book, which is fucking hilarious, by the way. And the guy is super smart. And so if you ever get the opportunity to listen to it, I listen to it Audible. This is not an ad for Audible, but it's just I pop my earbuds in and I can listen to it whenever, wherever, play it in the car. So I love Audible. It's like my favorite because my ADD self, I'm pretty sure that I have it, can't read a sentence without going back and rereading it numerous times to make sure that I actually got the context of what I was reading. It gave me like fourth grade anxiety vibes of like an SOL. So speaking of SOLs, what a great transition. So I went to Hatteras, but kids have gotten through all of their SOLs. We're winding down the school year. What the fuck is with all of the end of the school year shit happening within a week span? We've got ice cream parties and picnics, and there's like a luau tonight. I don't even know. We've got award ceremonies and more picnics and we got a fifth grade graduation next week. So we're just gonna keep going until Stefanie drops again. So hoping that won't be the thing. We just got through two musicals with the kids. We had a middle school musical. They did Spamalot, which was hilarious. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but our oldest son Gary, he played a lot of different parts, but our favorite was Not Dead Fred. Pretty much hilarious. And then our oldest, Kylie, she was high school play, obviously has a larger budget, and they did basically their take of The Princess and the Pea. It's called Once Upon a Mattress, and so that was really cool. She had a couple of different parts in that, so that was interesting to see. So it doesn't beat out the Mamma Mia from last year, so the ABBA vibes. But it was great nonetheless. We had a great time seeing those plays. Very glad it's over because the 4 and 5 night a week for 2 kids, rehearsals after school until super late was a lot. And then so glad we're through that. We're making our way through all of the chaos with the kids, and then now summer is getting ready to be upon us with a little bit chiller vibe because half of them go with their mom because she's a school teacher, so that's pretty cool. Kylie is volunteering at the library, so that's really awesome. And Liam is Liam, so he's more of a laid back and chill and maybe go down to the school and play some basketball or kick the ball around the yard, but he much rather play on Oculus and hang out with his friends online. So, but had a great Mother's Day weekend. Shout out to all the moms of humans and fur babies, scales, feathers. You were a mom, or you're going to be a mom, or you got a mama. Like, shout out to all of the wonderful people that helped bring people into this world and raise them. So shout out to all of those people. But we had a great weekend. That Saturday, I actually went out on my own big boat and fished. With 2 of my kids, and brought my oldest bestie and her family out. So in total, there was 9 of us. So, and then went out to my favorite restaurant afterwards, Stuffed. Shout out to them. They're over in Phoebus. They are a Mexican joint with some of the best street tacos I've ever seen and tasted in my life. So, and stuff is pretty cheap. So, not the alcohol. The alcohol is what gets you, but the food in general is pretty inexpensive. But had a great time hanging out with them. And so it was, and then Sunday, actual Mother's Day, I got to sleep in and chill because everybody had we'd gone out the day before and fished on a boat for 5 hours. So we were looking kind of just to chill. We did some SOL prep for my son because he had a science SOL that Monday. And so we got to play, it's kind of similar. No, actually, I think we actually did play Jeopardy with science questions from 5th grade. So there was one question. It was like, name all of the generations. I don't even think this was a science question. I think we kind of teetered off into just picking something that would be funny. And, you know, it was like, name the 5 generations. So we're like, okay, we got a wow. You know, boomer, you got X, you got the millennials, you got Z, and we were like alpha, and then it was like, actually no, the one generation was called the silent generation. I guess that's the older than the boomers. And Liam popped up and he was like, why is it called the silent generation? Because they're all dead. One of the funniest moments. It's like, maybe you could be right, but let's just be nicer to the silent generation. So we had to even like look up what the silent generation actually meant. So if you got some time and you were curious, you should look that up. But the other thing that I'm learning, and unfortunately because I have kids, there's this new language, and I'm about to ready to throw hands with all of my children because they are now saying all of these words all of the time. And it started with Riz, and I can kind of get behind Riz a little bit because it comes from charisma. You've got the Riz. I sound old as shit right now when I'm trying to explain these things. You got, alpha. That kind of makes sense because, stop being an alpha, stop being like a boss, like the boss or bossy, or, too overexerted, like too, or you're such an alpha, like maybe it's a compliment. Sometimes it's, or you're a beta, like you're not cool enough to be an alpha. These ones make sense. When you get into sigma, you guys can Google this shit on your own. I don't even want to. But then you got Giat. What the fuck? But the one that takes the cake for me, and it is now written on the back of my car. So my car is so fucking dirty right now. It is now written on my car by somebody's little pudgy finger. Is skibidy toilet with a little picture of a toilet, like almost an emoji of a toilet on the back of my fucking car. Skibidy toilet, you guys? What kind of world are we fucking living in that skibidy toilet is part of our children's language? Apparently there's a song. I would tell you to Google it, but I would like to keep your brain cells intact. But I just, what is going on? And I feel like I don't have the bandwidth to keep up, nor do I give a fuck, because I would much rather not. But I feel like I have to learn them just so I could communicate with my children. If you don't have kids, you're welcome. Like, congratulations, you don't have to deal with this shit because it's brutal. It is brutal out here trying to learn what the fuck they're saying and why the fuck they would say that. So just a small recap. We had a lot going on. We're getting ready to charge into to summer. Memorial Day's over, the official start of the season, the summer season. We're ramping up with our boats, which is really awesome. Phone's off the hook. Yay. I've got more training for my work coming up this month. Actually learning what the fuck I've been supposed to be doing with my job, so that's cool. I have been with them since the middle of January, and I use some things, but I feel like I don't, like, everything should be on fire and I should be drowning all the time, right? With my one job. I feel like that in general for like me personally. But that's only because I've got 4 kids going in different directions. I've got a husband that has ADHD. I have, helping him with 2 businesses. The phone's off the hook. Trying to keep money flowing and money straight, and shit's all over the plate. Like, it took me a good hour just to clean up. So today is Friday. I usually record this on Thursdays, but I passed out last night. I said, but like, I typically record this on a Thursday night, and so here I am on a Friday. It took me an hour to clean my desk up because I'm not here during the week. I'm only at my desk Mondays and Fridays, and so Ryan, my husband, takes over my desks. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea that I should have that in the background. I don't know if you can actually see the numbers, maybe. Yeah, I think you can see people's names, but cool. Okay. I just realized that I'm trying to record this on my phone and through this system, and I just realized that I didn't lock the screen behind me. So if you do actually get to watch this on YouTube, we are not going to judge Stefanie for her chaos on her dresser right here, or her unmade bed, or all of the laundry. We don't judge Stefanie. We humbly accept her chaos and all of its glory and all of its forms, because I'm doing my fucking best, okay? And I know you're doing your fucking best too, okay? So I'm not judging you, so I would ask the same fucking thing in respect. I know I came at you and you're like, I'm just trying to drive down the road and I'm trying to listen to your podcast, Steph. Why are you so aggressive? I know you're not judging, because if you were to judge, you wouldn't be here, because you're looking for well put together podcast and sound effects and organization, and that's not this. That's not me. So one day when I grow up, I think I might get my shit together, but it's definitely not today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow. But my Mother's Day present from my husband. I don't know if it'll be able to go. I got my diploma finally framed. I actually legit cried. He made me cry. My husband made me cry. So that's awesome. But what's new? But yeah, no, I just, this past month and a half has just been very interesting, and we made it through April. May started to slow down a little bit, ramping back up with the kids' end of the year shit, and we're ramping up with the businesses. I mean, I don't think Ryan has actually slowed down with his mobile marine repair business, honestly, but it's been fun. But Father's Day is coming up, so if I don't get a chance to record before then, or actually record and then edit and post a episode before then, happy Father's Day to all of the baby daddies, the moms who showed up as daddies, the step daddies, the daddies of fur, feathers, scales, the dads that didn't have to be dads but showed up anyway. However it may look in your life, we appreciate, I say we, it's me, myself, and I, it's collective, so it's a little bit of schizophrenia. It's fine. So I say I appreciate you, so thank you. Happy Father's Day already out there. Hoping to have half of the kids that weekend. So I think Ryan might have to work. He's having to work on Saturdays and running our one of our fishing boats. So we're going to get it together, maybe. It's nice to have the extra cash a little bit, well, for him. So if you have a topic, I know I'm going to kind of keep this short just to give it a little. But if you have a topic, if you have something that you need to work through, I am here for you. I've had a couple of inquiries, but I felt like, and I responded to those people on social media. But I felt like I wasn't the best place or best person to speak to those things. And not necessarily because I haven't been through that. It's because I could talk about it, but I don't feel like you would get much from it. So to those people, I've already responded, and but and I pointed them to some great articles that I had researched when I was like, do I want to touch on this? So, but if you have a topic, you can always reach out to me. I'm on social media. I've got Facebook for maybe the silent generation, for my boomers out there, definitely. I know for Generation X, we're on there. Technically, I'm Generation X, but I'm kind of a millennial. I don't know. It's whatever. And so for Facebook, Instagram for you young whippersnappers, and then TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I just repost content to reach a different audience. So that's for the 12-year-olds. So you can reach me on all three of those, or if you don't do social media at all, I am on the interwebs at chaoticcompass.com. I've got a contact page on there. So I'd love to hear from you. If anything, you just want to send me a message and just say, hey, what's up? That's cool too. Or tell me how much I suck. That's cool, because I can take it and spin it, and it won't hurt my feelings. So, because I know this is not grade A freaking awesomeness here, because never have presented myself in that way. I know that this needs some improvement all the time. But here I am, trying my best. So, you should too. So, try your best, show up every day, do what you got. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, have a great day.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate all of your love and support. If you really loved today's episode, you should subscribe. And if you subscribe, then you get notifications of when my next episode launches. So another way to be super awesome would be to leave a rating and review, or recommend it to your friends and family. If you're wicked awesome, you've already done all three. Another way to keep up with me and my crazy family is check out my website at chaoticcompass.com, and I do blog and other stuff there. So I appreciate everything for you guys. I do this for you, so keep it up, because the more you subscribe, the more I do.